Hey gang, this is John Newton, Snap-on John 100, and I thought what I'd do is go over a few of the knots that I'm using to construct my emergency shelter and just in general bushcrafting knots. What we're going to be talking about today are loop knots. So I'm just going to be doing a few of my favorite ones, or some of them are not, I don't use very often, but it can be, I want to put a caveat here, I'm not a knot expert, so before you use a knot, you don't want to ever, as far as I'm concerned, use paracord to suspend your weight with, unless it's a dire emergency, and I'm not telling you to do it. But anyway, as far as knot strength, I'm not sure about these knots, but I'll show you the ones that I really like, and these are the ones that you make a loop with. Stay with me. Well, my battery ran out, so I had to come back home and get another battery. I didn't have one with me, so I'm going to continue with the knot tying sequence here, and I'll just try to have the camera go over my shoulder. Some nomenclature: I'm right-handed, and I'm going to be holding the tag end is the end that you tie the knot with, and the standing line is the whole rest of the line. Okay, so the first loop knot that I'm going to tie is the bowline, and the way I tie that is I put the tag end in my left hand, and I take the basically the running line in my right hand, and I just twist away from myself to make an overhand loop. Okay, one more time. An overhand loop means the tag end is looped over the top of the running line. Okay, once again, tag end looped over the top of the running line. So one more time, I've got the tag end in my right hand, and I'm just going to form a loop over the running line. Okay, now I've formed, that's an overhand loop. Once again, the tag end is on top. So now I'm taking the rest of the line, and I'm going to run up through the loop I made, and then go back around the standing line, and then come back down through the center of the loop, and I'm going to have the tag end parallel with the end of this loop, and I'm going to grab both of those pieces and let go and pull on the standing line and the loop and the tag end all simultaneously. So when you're done, it's correct if the tag end is coming through the center of the loop next to the end of this loop. As you can see, the close-up of that. Alright, I'm going to try it one more time. This is called the bow line. Tag end is in my left hand, and I'm just going to make an overhand loop with the tag end. Now I'm going to take the rest of the tag end, and I'm going to come up through this loop that I've created, and I'm going to go around behind the running or standing line, and then go back down through that loop, and I'm going to hold on to the end of the tag end and the side of the loop that I just created, and I'm going to let go of the rest of the knot and pull on the running line, just like that. Okay, I'm going to do this one more time. This is a bow line. Okay, tag end is in my right hand, and I'm going to make an overhand loop with the tag end. Okay, now I'm going to take the rest of the end of the tag end, and I'm going to run the tag end up through the bottom of the loop that I made, and go around behind the standing line and back down through that loop, and then I'm going to pull on the tag end and the side of the loop that I've created with my thumb and forefinger right here. I've got it in my right hand, and this part right here is the standing line. I'm going to pull on this standing line and pull with my right hand, simultaneously pulling like this. Okay, and the tag should be inside the loop and parallel with the one side of it, just like that. Okay, that's the bowline. Now, the reason why the bowline is good is, as you can see, you can untie it pretty fast. Okay, another one is just creating a bite in the end. So you fold the line back over itself, so you form this loop, and this is called just an overhand knot. You just make an overhand knot with the loop, just like that. That also forms a loop. Okay, this doesn't come apart very easily, but that's an easy way of making, that's the easiest way of making a loop. Okay, so I'm just showing you some easy ways. Okay, fold it back on itself, and then just make an overhand knot like that, and that forms a loop. Okay, another one is a figure 8 knot, a figure 8 loop knot. So you fold it back over like it's on itself again, creating a loop, and then now you make the figure 8 knot, which is you go around like this over the top, and then you go up underneath and through that first loop. Now you see the figure 8, it looks like you can see an 8 there. That's the figure 8 knot. Okay, one more time I'll do that. Alright, you just fold the end over, so you form a bite in the end, forming a loop, and then you just take the loop in your right hand, make an overhand loop in the line with it, and then go around underneath like this and up through just like that. Okay, the last one is my favorite, and it's called the perfection loop. And this is a fishing knot used for monofilament, so that's why it works pretty well for paracord, which is nylon. Okay, so you form an underhand loop. Now you see how the tag end is underneath the standing line. An underhand loop, and you pinch it. Get it controllable. You pinch it with your thumb and between your thumb and index finger of your left hand. Then you form another loop around like that, and pinch that between your thumb and forefinger. Fold the tag end straight across, and then reach through the back of the front loop and grab the second loop, making sure this tag stays put over there, and then you just pull on the standing and the loop. This one, when you've tied it right, the tag end will be at 90 degrees to the running line. Okay, we'll do that one more time. Form an underhand loop. Okay, form an underhand loop, pinch it between your thumb and index finger of your left hand. Now take the tag end in your right hand, wrap around your thumb, and pinch that between your thumb and forefinger. So now you've got the two loops. You just fold this tag end across and pinch that. Now reach from the back side of that first loop you made and grab the second loop, but you got to keep that tag over there. I gotta make the tag end longer. Okay, form an underhand loop, pinch it. Okay, then you take the tag end, make another loop around your thumb, in front of your thumb, and pinch that. Now just take the tag and fold it across. Now it'll be out of the way. Now you reach from behind the middle one and grab the the second loop you made, and then you just pull on this loop and the standing line, just like that, and then you dress it like make sure the tag end is pulled out like that and like that. That's a perfection loop. Okay, one last time. So that's kind of a complicated one. Make an underhand loop, pinch it between your thumb and forefinger of your left hand, then come back around your thumb to form another loop and pinch that behind, and then you just fold this between the two, and then you just reach up there. Okay, I want to make sure I tied it the same every time. Underhand loop, pinch it, fold the other one around behind, pinch that, fold the tag end across and pinch it so you hang on to it. Now reach from behind the first and reach through the first loop from the behind and grab the second loop and pull it up through. Alright, that's a perfection loop. Now here's the handy thing. If you have loops tied in the ends of your line, say you've got some paracord that you've got a 10-foot section and a 25-foot section, and you want to join the two, I'm going to tie another perfection loop in this piece. Underhand, back, pinch, rip through. Okay, now I can join these by just doing a loop-to-loop join. So I hang the one I want to join onto the, say this is a 25-foot one, and I want to add this 10-foot one. I just hang that on the end of there, and then I take this and I run this through the loop. And then pull. Okay, so what you want to end up with is what looks like a square knot. Okay, you don't want it to look like this, because that's not very strong. You want it to look like a square knot. Okay, just like that. So one more time, when you want to join and extend the piece of line you've got, the quick way of doing it is just to hang the end the piece you want to add on to the end of that, and then just run that through the loop, and then pull them together, and now you've extended your line, and when you're done you can just push on it and it comes apart. And you can use your lines, these loops at the end won't hurt anything in your other knots. Okay, so you can just leave, I have these in the ends of a lot of my lines just so that I can quickly and easily join them. Hope that helped, and I will be seeing you on the next one. God bless.